I mean, probably like in the lowest percentages. The only meth that we mess with is Method Man. You know what I'm
Method Man.
saying? And that's kind of where it stops.
There it is.
So we're going with Tanner's cousin? That's what we're
Tanner's
doing?
Let's
cousin,
do
it
it.
is, man. Well, let's
Let's
get it
do it.
popping.
Let's see it.
Move
Let's see
that van. No, not Mr. John Wesley Moss.
Oh, and he got that nice scarf.
That's Morgan Freeman cousin.
And he looks like, and I'll do it again. That's what he looks
Dang.
like. He does.
Here I
I'm so
was,
disappointed.
falling on the meth sword, and look what happened.
We've kind of been rattled this week with these crimes. Like
You would think we know nothing about crime. We need to go back outside.
Yeah.
We need to do a week in Florida, not the fun part either. Like we need to understand the culture and the landscape so we can lock in with these crimes.
Side dish live from West Florida, or whatever.
There's
Take
absolutely
Miley
no
County.
drugs allowed on the premises. He's probably like big in the church too and everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He did an old bait and switch, like, hey, we don't got drugs here. Greenland, Iceland, that kind of
Alright.
vibe.
Hey,
guys,
I want
I
to shout
wanna-
out. I want to shout out Fela Kuti, Big Sis, Chris, Christine, Gina G Love, Lamont, Bully, Angel, Unique, Batty Boy. So happy to see you guys.
You can catch my whole episode of Tamron Hall Show on the Tamron Hall Show website. They replay it. It's on there now. Check it out.
Yo, support the homie. Be sure you like this episode, like her episode of Tamron Hall. Share, tell everybody. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's Friday here on Side Dish. I am so excited to be here. Look, I got my man HK, I got my girl Claudia Jordan in the house. How are you guys doing tonight?
Excellent.
Always happy when it's Friday because let the weekend begin, whatever that means.
You just smell that weekend energy, that weekend possibility. Maybe I'll stay inside. Maybe I won't be in the streets this weekend. I don't know yet.
Oh, if the sun is out and like radiating above 70-something degrees, the streets will definitely see the kid. And especially with it being like the second half of 48-hour Friday too.
Right.
Like I'm leaning all the way into this weekend energy. I can't wait. Can't wait. And you look sun-kissed, Claudia. Have you been outside today?
A little bit. So I get my sun by doing walks. Now that I'm older, I go on like 5-mile walks, and I used to laugh at not laugh, but I'd be like, "Oh, walks. What does that do?" But that's kind of been part of my routine now, and it's still hot in Texas, so I get to burn some cardio. Do some cardio and get a little tan. And it looks like I've been on vacation, which I have not. I wish a girl could.
You been outside, Tanner?
You know what? Just a little bit. I've just been getting my runs in as well. I got the belt line right over there for people who know Atlanta. And so I've been getting my miles in, been getting my workouts in. Got to make up for the bad food I eat. That's about it.
That's really the only reason I work out. It's not really to get muscle tone. It's so I can be greedy and continue to eat the ridiculous amount of pistachios and dark chocolate that I consume and ice cream. I eat like a frat boy. Yeah.
That's what's up. Like, the preemptive strike is what I like to call it. Because I remember there was a pocket of time where I was only working out so I could eat atrociously.
Mhm.
And then I realized it was very counterproductive and I was making a lot of trainers a lot of money.
I'm not mad at it.
Well, let's dive into the proceedings this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson collab floating around, and we ain't heard it. Well, maybe some people out there, and I know you outside LA sometimes, so maybe you heard it, Claudia. But during a recent interview on Watch What Happens Live, Mariah revealed there's one in the vault, but it didn't make the cut on her album Here for It All, and this is the reason why. Check it out.
Orange Clouds on Twitter said you've blessed us with wonderful surprises from the vault, but you still have so many gems waiting to see the light of day. Could your collaboration with Michael Jackson ever end up on a Rarities 2.0 album? So there is a Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey collab that is in the vault somewhere?
It's not in the vault. It's right there, but there's an issue with his
Estate?
because they're doing something really huge
Okay.
for him,
Okay.
Michael. And,
Yes.
this is
Part
a
of it?
song that we didn't know. It just would kind of not ruin, but it would sort of usurp the
Okay.
situation.
Do you like this song?
I love it.
That you and Mike-
I'm so upset that it's not coming out on this album.
Right.
Like, it should be on there. Every time I would play it for somebody, they'd be
Yes.
like, wow.
Did you write it?
No, it's one of his classics. And I sang along with it and did new background vocals and did
You're
stuff there.
kidding me.
No, I'm telling you. If someone just calls his management and tells them we want to hear this.
Control room, can you guys call
Yeah,
his management?
give a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Jackson estate has planned for this, unreleased record, but, do you feel like it would have stood a better chance being released on its own, or would it be a better situation if it was paired with Mariah Carey?
I have mixed feelings about releasing stuff when someone's deceased. Like, what do you think that's? Should we care about that?
Well,
Certain
okay.
people.
See, I get it. I feel like I understand, because sometimes I think about this too. My thought process is Michael fully recorded the song. You know what I'm saying? And so what Mariah's talking about is she sang tracks on a Michael classic, and so his is already out there, and so we're just kind of adding her onto what sounds like to me a subtle remix of the song, or a re-envisioning of the song. So it's not like we're putting Michael on a track that he wasn't on before.
That's true.
Yeah.
And if he did complete it, he was intended for it to be out there.
Yeah, because there was an album where they kind of just tried to slide it across the table, like, yeah, this Mike, and it was like a bunch of vocal stunt doubles. It was literally on an album called Michael that was released not too long after he passed away. And the songs that were truly him were great. The songs that had Michael Jackson, but with a K, it was like not necessarily as good.
Were they trying to pass it off as Michael Light? Like they just split it with real Michael songs? What?
Yeah, they just like, oh, we'll mix it in there. Nobody will know the difference. And like hardcore Michael Jackson fans have heard the demos, the reference versions of a lot of records. So they kind of knew when the jig was weird on that situation. But if they was to remix a song with Mariah and Mike, what song you think would complement each other's style? Because in my head, I'm thinking something like Human Nature or something like that.
Human Nature, yeah, I love that song. Okay, I'm with you on that one. I love that song. I think that she'd be good on that one.
It's my question where I want to know is like, what is his estate planning? Because we haven't gotten any kind of new Michael Jackson content in, a long time. And there was a run, when we were younger, where it's just like, you didn't go very long without getting something from Michael, whether it was a music video or a tour or new music. And obviously he's no longer with us. And so I just wonder what they have planned.
Yeah, it sounds like, based on the nature of what Mariah was describing, it seemed like maybe like a duet, a posthumous joint. Because I know dude was in the studio all the time recording, right? There's all types of just like various degrees of finished, half-finished songs. And I know on the album that he released at this point, it's probably 8 or 9 years ago. I think it was called Escape. That was a good ass album, but it was really short because it had like the reworkings of the records, and then it had like the original versions of how those songs sounded after that album played. But it was a good, solid album, but it feels like they kind of scraped whatever they had laying around to make that. So I don't know what is left that would sound good enough to let people hear,
Yeah, probably if it did sound good enough to let us hear, we probably would have had it out there because people still do benefit from the estate making money.
And then also there's the biopic coming too. Sure. So I imagine they probably leaning back, waiting for the biopic to drop so they can kind of go heavy with the music again, just to kind of ride the wave of that interest.
Another one?
No, it's the same one that they've been working on for a while. Not the one with Flex Alexander that we did.
That's the one I saw.
And yeah,
that's the one I saw.
We don't talk about that, like Bruno. We leave that alone.
That's my boy Flex. That's my boy Flex. We did a play together, and we made, he jokes about it. He's like, "Man, I got a good check for it." I was like, "Okay, all right." So LeBron was recently on his wife Savannah's "Everybody's Crazy" podcast and had an interesting take on the hypothetical end of relationships and being single. Check this out.
Yeah, we love that. I feel like people do need to hear that, because I feel like a lot of times the fear of being alone or growing feels so foreign, especially for men of color, that they just shy away from it and do what's easy. But what's easy typically is toxic, or like he said, this is crazy.
I know I don't want to be alone. That's for damn sure. If I got to fight, crawl, scratch, bite, whatever to keep mine, I got to keep it. I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to be alone. I'm an only child, single parent household. I knew for sure. When I met my homies for the first time when I was 7, 8 years old, we started playing sports, and I got around them and we started traveling, playing sports. I was like, oh, this shit is amazing.
Yeah.
And then when I got with Vanna, and I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. Oh, this is amazing. I love this shit. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Next time I'm alone, I'm be up underneath, champ.
All right, it's his so basically LeBron said he'd rather be dead, or as he said it, underneath before being alone. Is his perspective coming from a place of true love or codependency? And should Savannah be shooketh? Fellas, what say you?
I'll jump out there and say that I think it's a mixture of both. Like, you have somebody who's been a constant in your life since you've been in high school, right? And granted, you become used to seeing that person around. And obviously, he loves that woman because he married said woman. But he's also LeBron James, one of the most famous basketball players in all the land, who also made Space Jam 2. And you have a lot of opportunities that the person who works at Walmart doing the door greeter stuff does not have. He probably blocks a lot of attempts that come his way, but every now and then one gets through. And because of the level of athlete he is, you just kind of know what it is. You tip your hat and be like, okay, LeBron. Like, your dependency and your rock and your stability is at home, but every now and then you might catch a sex rebound. But you don't want to be without your rock.
That sucks for The Rock, though, doesn't it?
The Rock lives a good life.
But still, Tanner, help me out here.
What do you want me to say, Claudia? Listen, I don't know. All I would add, I guess all I would sprinkle on top of that is allegedly. I would say allegedly, but also I get it. What's interesting to me is she talks about the being alone and how that seems to be the simple thing, and people are scared of being alone, so then they often go out and do the toxic thing. I feel like to stay in a relationship like that takes an extreme amount of commitment. Like even if no shots ever got through, so to speak, that takes commitment. For my parents' relationship, it takes commitment. And so I feel like it's one of those things, it's a choice. And also LeBron is very clearly scared of being alone. He talked about traveling with his friends to play sports and how that had an impact on him, just having people around. And so I don't know. I think he means it. I think he's serious about it.
In my travels throughout the industry in Los Angeles and Hollywood and Atlanta, in New York, the big celebrities that I've known seem to really have a paranoia of being by themselves and travel with huge entourage. I found that's a common thread in really famous people. Like you see Floyd Mayweather, he has everything, but he doesn't go anywhere without 20 people with him. Jamie Foxx, lots of people around him, a lot of them. And I know they really feel, I hear that often, that they don't like to be by themselves. And I don't necessarily mean just another woman, but just their friends and just people around them at all times.
Yeah, I think you want people around you that help you feel normal, when most of the conversations you have, depending on what field you coming from, is going to be 100% about the thing you do all day. So you want to be able to party and travel. I mean, do you have a friend group that you roll with? When you out and about, and I know you have no problem being Lone Ranger out here, but you have a clique, this the good time gang. We like to roll because we know each other.
I do. Last New Year's, though, I went into Aruba by myself, and it was the most empowering thing I've done. I couldn't believe I went out the country by myself, and it felt really good, and I did it, and I think I want to do it again.
I also think I think about someone existing on the kind of, my green screen inching out over here. I'll fix that in a second. I think for somebody who's a celebrity on the level that LeBron James is, immediately recognizable around the entire world. We know he's a billionaire. We know that he's been this famous for well over 20 years now. I think and the Jamie Foxxes of the world, I think part of having a group of people around you is just to stay sane. because if all you interact with are people who think of you as the celebrity person they've made up in their head, then you don't have any real human to human connection with anyone.
That's true. And
Imagine how
imagine
hard
if
it would have been for. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Now imagine how hard it would be for like Michael Jackson to make friends. Because like any room Michael Jackson or somebody of that level of famous would walk into, oh man, Thriller. Or if you're Jamie Foxx, man, you did your thing in Ray. Like you're not gonna have any real thing. So like having certain people who kind of like
Uh-oh. I'm sure he was talking about having certain people who know you as a person and know you from the past,
Mhm.
as opposed to those new people who like just kind of want that interaction with the celebrity they've got in their head and not the real person.
And it does feel weird to just have to always talk about work. Every time you talk to another human being, it's about your work. Like sometimes you want to have a regular conversation. That's what makes a friendship. So yeah. All right.
For sure. For sure. All right, moving on. Y'all, Kim Kardashian is asking for grace as a mother. While she was on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she talked about that time that she got dragged for letting Northwest wear an outfit that had people clutching their pearls. Here's the clip.
Think like any mom of a teenager or a preteen, unless you've been here, like, please, we just need a little bit of grace. Like, it's really hard. And it's really like, it's interesting because all the kids are like wearing the same things, but then my daughter tries to wear it. And then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. Unfortunately, we made that mistake in front of the whole world. And she's, usually a girl that dresses like a tomboy most of the time. And she wanted to try something that her friends were wearing and went to the same place that they went to. And they all got these, outfits. And then she wears them and it's just like, okay, wait, maybe you can't wear that, And so as a mom, you're kind of like learning at the same time. But what I do know is my baby's such a good girl.
based off these pictures, she looked like she lives in after school suspension.
Shit.
But she's probably a phenomenal child. Looks could be
Is
deceiving.
this am I out of the loop? Does she have tattoos on her face, or is this
No.
Nah, they
costume or
fake.
something?
Fake
Yeah,
or
they fake.
filter. I listen. I think Kim
Okay.
gets criticized a lot
All
and
right.
sometimes unfairly for things that like the average person would get away with because she's on such a huge stage. Like she has hundreds of millions of followers. Everyone looks at her, and every little thing gets criticized. And she's held responsible for every little thing. We all know we were sneaking off. I know as a girl, a young teenage girl, I'd wear one thing to school or to go hang out or go roller skating, and I would have to change of clothes in my backpack and change into something a little more, risque, whatever. We all did it. This girl is living in front of the entire world, so every little thing's gonna be criticized. And then Kim, because people want to criticize her, she's an easy target. She's gonna get the blame. And yeah, do I like Northwest's fashions? No, but I'm not supposed to. I'm old enough to probably be her grandmother. So, I don't know. I just think that people are kind of dragging it a little bit. They're dragging it.
If she had a few million less followers, people would have a few million less opinions. At the end of the day, there's other things that matter that are going on in the world. Like, do you realize how unhinged we were during like when we were that age? And if there was social media to capture all the dumb things we were doing, like
I
how
mean,
crazy we would look.
let's go back to the 80s and the 80s. We would cut a part in our eyebrows like the rappers, like Big Daddy Kane had a part in his eyebrows. I shaved a part into my hair and like had a I thought I looked cool. Like some of the goofy things that we would wear or put on, if my mother would get blamed for what I wore, they would probably take me away from her when I was younger. Like seriously, that's just part of growing up.
Here's my thing is like I actually like hearing this part of Kim the most because I feel like it's the most relatable. Like my oldest niece is 12 and I know stone cold in the next 5 years she's going to want to wear something that my sister's like absolutely not. And every mother with a daughter is going to go through that at some point or another. So it's like the fact that it's Kim now, it's like she is a regular parent almost in this regard.
It's crazy how like that's not as big of an issue with guys. Like have you ever been in a situation, Tanner, where your mom be like, "Yo, dude, take that off. You can't wear that outside. Put on something else."
No. Oh.
I just remember my grandmother used to call me husky. Be like, "Yeah, you too husky for that."
Oh,
And then I
well,
put
your
something else
grandmother,
on.
So your grandma said you was thick. You was thick. Let me find out Headkrack
Yo.
was thick. Had some.
Yo, as soon as we walk into like Alexander's or like whatever store she would take me shopping, where's the husky section? You know, next thing you know, I'm buying clothes that have elastic pant.
The husky section. That's wild.
All right, well, buckle up for this one. Our friend of the show, Sherri Shepherd, is dropping some Black woman wisdom in a recent interview with Angie Martinez.
Oh, I'll pull it up for it. In a recent interview with Angie Martinez on her IRL podcast, Sherri was clear that she is not here to help a man build. This is what she said.
That I've had this conversation with girlfriends recently, especially younger women. You get involved or get in relationships with people, and it's about what they believe this person could become.
Oh, that potential.
The potential.
Ooh, you in love with the potential.
Potential.
You hear me? You hear me? Potential. All right.
Have you done that?
Yeah, when I was in my 20s and my 30s and my 40s. Yeah.
You're not doing potential.
No,
now?
we don't do potential no more. We now because I know. He's like, I know who I am. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time.
Potential, though, is not only sometimes about money. Potential is you believe somebody's going to become a better version of themselves. They are going to show.
I ain't got no time for all that.
They're going to do the
I
work.
don't have time for all that. Because that sounds wonderful. But at this stage where I am, I can't help you build.
Right. And then also if they don't ever become that
And if you
version,
don't build it, again, I'm not looking up in 7 years going, I didn't help this. He been using my car, driving I didn't help him. I didn't call. I'm not doing all
You're
of
not
that.
doing that.
And
I
it's
get it.
okay.
Claudia, what do you think? Are you with Sherri, or are you holding the ladder while the guy goes to get the tools?
1000%
to
with
build.
Sherri Shepherd. I just talked about this with some friends about I am 52 years old. I am in the end of the third quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter. There's no waiting on potential. At this age, you better already come potential. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not waiting. I don't have time. And I think it's I think women have like that kind nature where we want to nurture you and we want to be the one that stood by your side as you passed your mixtape around and try to be a rapper at 45 years old, or you try to, I don't know, chase this career. But if it hasn't happened by my age, like, at least got some skin in the game, I don't have time because I'm looking to retire in the next 10 years. I can't wait around for you to get it together. I just don't have time. Like, I don't have that many good summers left. What, 15 good summers left, maybe?
Why are you rounding down? I'm sure you got way more good summers than that.
Okay, look at it. I'm 52.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So 52 plus 15 is 67, right? What am I going to be? Still out there at 68? Still
Claudia,
like
you got at least
Pam Grier's
you got
still
at
a
least
baddie.
20
She's like
you got at
80.
least 20 good summers in you.
Do I? My knee hurts right now. What do you mean? I don't know.
Well, you're walking 5 miles every day, so like you're going hard. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you do got to scale the level of exercise back just a smidge. Stay active, but don't overdo it.
Well, I need my man able to go hard right now. I don't have time to wait. I'm not happy. Sorry. You can take that for what it is. I'm just saying.
Well, anyway, we got to go to break while Claudia's knee recovers, or we're gonna get some ice for that thing, and we'll see y'all in 2 minutes. Welcome back, y'all. Now, time to grab your popcorn because this one's going to get real messy and petty, and it's possibly playing to perfection because Taylor Swift just recently dropped a new album, The Life of a Showgirl. And while the Swifties are breaking streaming records, the internet is zooming in on a certain song and a certain gift. Check this out. Now, on her song, Opalite, listeners speculated she was shading Travis Kelce's ex, Kayla Nicole, with lyrics like, "You were in it for real. She was in her phone and you were just a pose." I'm assuming that's how that song goes because I don't listen to much Taylor Swift. But a reference fans thought could be linked to an old online video of Travis and Kayla. Now, here's where it gets even juicier. Now, Taylor sent the gift box to Tiana Taylor, a signed vinyl, a Showgirl crew neck, and a sweet handwritten note. Sounds innocent until you remember that Kayla Nicole once dressed up as Tiana Taylor for Halloween after a fling with Tiana's ex-husband Amon Shumpert, and Tiana was not feeling it when it got revealed. So you feel like this is a thoughtful gift to a fellow artist, or Taylor making the enemy of her enemy her friend?
Absolutely. This is typical girl shade. Like we both have a connection through this woman. I see Tiana Taylor having a legitimate reason to have an issue with this with the ex, but not Taylor Swift. Taylor, you won. Like he's marrying you. Like, why are you like punching down to this girl? You have way more money. You got the guy in the end. You got him to change his style from actually kind of cool to kind of looking like a little, I can't even say the word, but he looks different now. I could see, like I said, Tiana Taylor having a reason to have an issue, but I don't know. Taylor Swift, no, knock it off. Knock it off. You won. Like now it's looking like Mean Girl, actually.
Well, sometimes, you do want to spike the ball on your downed enemy's back, just to prove dominance. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to win awards, another thing to, like, win the war, salt the land so nothing will grow. You know what I mean? Like, rubbing it in.
But Taylor Swift has had an entire career off of getting broken up with and breaking up with guys. Like, so let's not get too cocky yet. Like, yeah, he proposed to her and they very well might get married, but there's a reason why they all end. And she is the common denominator. This is not shading her, but she has not been successful in relationships either. So to laugh at another woman that it didn't work out with her when you have been, your entire career is known to be made about breakup songs. Like, you're the breakup song girl.
Big facts. The lowest common denominator in all of her relationships is her. Here's my question: is like she sent Tiana Taylor a Showgirl crew neck and a handwritten note. Do we know are Tiana and Taylor? Do they have friendship? Do they? Is Tiana Taylor a Swiftie? Is this how I'm learning this?
I don't know.
I mean, like, she's another female in a, male-dominated space, and I'd imagine sometimes you find solidarity with people or you see them as competition, but I think they're in two different leagues. Maybe there might be a situation at some point where maybe Tiana Taylor does some choreography for Taylor Swift that she'll do very poorly. And, and maybe that's where it'll start, right? And then also, too, with the fact that this Kayla Nicole chick, like, slept with Tiana's ex, it's one of those things where it's like you do have a similar disdain for the same person. So you can put together your petty posse. You just need one more person.
Right, that's what that is. But in this case, again, Tiana Taylor has a legitimate reason. I do not play side chick. I do not support side chicks. But Kayla Nicole did nothing to Taylor Swift except be the girlfriend before her. And a lot of women do not like the girlfriend before them because they feel like, like that person still has memories of you and you were there if you hit it first. I don't know. I think it's petty on Taylor Swift. All these Taylors, God damn it. It's petty on Taylor Swift's part, but I totally understand if Tiana Taylor want to get a little licked in, and I'm with Tiana on that.
I'm out here like, who is Tiana Taylor Swift? That's like, how do I, like, who is that? Who's that ultimate being? And, Claudia, you are so right. Women do not like the girl who came before. That is some serious thorns there. I bet anything that Taylor has like a thorn in her side, a little chip off the block about Kayla, especially because, like, invariably Kayla moves differently through life than Taylor does. And so, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, also,
that lens.
Before Taylor Swift tells, what's his name?
Travis,
yeah, him. All of his girlfriends were pretty black girls. Like, so him getting with Taylor Swift made everybody be like, wait, this isn't even your type. Is it like, is she your type now because she's a billionaire? Because you were never really about that life. You was never about the white girl life. You was about the black girl life. And even your style represented, and you did a whole switch up. You even got the mustache that, you know what kind of mustache he has. Yeah, I can't even say it. I'm not going to say it. I don't.
The South will rise again.
Oh man.
Oh, so it wasn't an affair. She dated him. Okay.
Wait, so hold on. We're putting it together in real time. Kayla dated Iman before Tayana, allegedly. And then also we know that Kayla dated Travis before Taylor. And so if at any point in time Taylor and Tayana were having girl talk, there's a very significant chance that Kayla could have came up.
Oh, baby, Kayla's the victim here then. I would be mad if everybody was getting with my exes. I'd be like, well, damn. Why y'all going after all my pieces? I mean, what am I, the test dummy?
Pieces.
Crashed it. Yeah, you
shout out to Kayla Nicole for being a big sports fan, because you know a lot of times people will stick with one league. Like she with the basketball, the football. Like what's next? Hockey.
Yeah,
I suggest baseball.
Yeah, it's a long lifespan.
Longer money.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Janelle Monáe said to infinity and beyond, and meant that literally. In a recent interview, Janelle revealed that she time traveled back to the 1970s to see the iconic David Bowie perform live as his alter ego, Ziggy Stardust.
I saw David Bowie.
You saw him?
I did. I traveled back into the 1970s, and I saw him do Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, and it was incredible.
You traveled back.
Yeah, it was backstage, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And so I jetted back to, you know, the 2000s, and I was like, I can have the musical, make the music, create the lyrics, and create community around transformation and being queer, and not even just in sexuality, but just in how we see the world. Let's go outside the mundane and what people know us as every day. Leave room to allow yourself to transform.
All right. So is Janelle Monáe a musician, a Time Lord, or both? Or is she just smoking some good? What say you, fellas, gentlemen?
I do like to think of her as a Time Lord. I would think if there's anyone protecting the sacred timeline on Earth at this moment, it is Janelle Monáe. Okay. She is beyond creative. We know that. And maybe she does have the ability to astral project onto an infinite plane, travel back in time to see Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie's alter ego. Anyone knows it's the red lightning bolt across the face, along with the Spiders from Mars as they played in England. I'm jealous. As a matter of fact, I would love to get to do something like that. But I'm glad that Janelle shared that experience with us.
So you're saying good.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even say weed. That it's definitely giving shrooms, or just the really tapped in ability to just close your eyes and meditate the launch in. Like when I read that story, I was like, oh, word. And I kept going because I get it. I totally get it. Like there's so many different ways that this can happen, whether it be because you fell asleep watching the Ziggy Stardust documentary on HBO before you went to sleep, and it permeated your thoughts and dreams. And some people are just tapped in a certain way. To everybody in the chat, look up remote viewing.
Oh,
there is literally schools that you can go to do this.
Really?
And
is that time travel-y?
It could be time travel-y. See, the internet went down because I'm kicking game. So yeah, it can be time travel-y. It can also be very spy-y. So a lot of times when there's a person named Ingo Swann who was like the father of this whole technology, because he like really had a great mastery of it, and he built this institute. So basically what they would do sometimes is they would give people coordinates, and they wouldn't tell people what the coordinates are, put them all in one room. And then and the people that were really good at remote viewing, they would all come back with the same information. Like, yo, blah, blah, blah. And then they'd be like, yeah, you guys were in Egypt at the pyramids. Interesting. Everybody said the same thing. You guys are good. Next program. So some people are more locked in than others. Janelle Monáe strikes me as one of the people who would be really locked in, and also probably has access to better mushrooms and weed than most.
Also, YouTube. I think you could pull up some David Bowie concerts on YouTube. I know I've certainly transcended while watching concerts online before. So, however you're taking in your David Bowie, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Apparently, there's a full-length Ziggy Stardust movie. Okay, we'll have to check that out because I don't have the ability to time travel, nor do I have a good weed man out in Texas because it's still semi looked down upon out here. In a
you're gonna get that Delta 2.
Not that good Delta.
Right.
Okay, here we go. It's time for us to run to the comments, you guys. Okay, so Nia Long and Daphne Wayans said, "Oh, we not new to this. We true to this." But that workout with Jeanette Jenkins, they were ready to get that one over with. Their trainer gave them an out with the most recent backup dancer challenge. She said it's either lunges or Lisa Lisa. Let's see which one she chose. Of course, the comments are full of fun. Somebody wrote, "She lied. Y'all just doing a cool down set. Get it, ladies." Someone said, "Finding out my crush can't dance just hurt my soul." And that one hurts me too. This cute, but can we get the workout routine because everybody looks fire? And then someone wrote some cold-hearted SOB wrote, "I see why both husbands cheated." Dang.
Well, damn.
And then someone said, someone asked Nia Long if she likes white men or nah.
Did you
I like this trend. I think it's cute. You bribe someone like I told my kids I would take them to blah 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 movies if they would be my backup dancers. Have y'all engaged in the challenge yet? You get someone to like background dance for you.
I love it though.
It's cute though. I can't dance either. I would look just like them. I'm not a good dancer when I'm sober, and I'm probably not a good dancer when I'm drinking, but I think I am, so it doesn't matter.
Yo, I'm so bad at dancing that I couldn't identify who was the bad dancer in that clip. Like, I quickly fixated on the person who was background left, and I'm like, oh, she getting it. She giving it a whole heart. The person in the background right wasn't dancing as much. The person in the center, I fell out. Background right was Daphne. So she let me down.
Yeah.
So Nia Long was the one so who was in the front? The front. That was
the trainer.
That was the trainer. Oh.
Yeah.
So damn, I didn't think Nia Long was that bad. Don't come for me, comments. Like she was dancing with spirit. She danced like when the Living Single song would come on and they would show them silhouettes of people dancing. She was giving it that. Like, like she was like dancing like her life depended on it.
Hilarious.
Man, she could have been one of them fly girls on The Living Color, but she'd have to do it solo.
Yeah.
To not mess up the rhythm
later. Yeah, you gotta add the beat later and let her do her own thing.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back with more side dish after this quick 2-minute break. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. It's Friday, so you know it's time for Photo Shoot Fridays, where we rate and debate the best celeb photo shoots. First up is Lizzo's photo shoot for New York Magazine, serving up real icy girl vibes. Ooh, look at her face.
Okay.
All right.
Great makeup.
Wow.
Oh,
Lizzo?
my.
This is how I wanted little Kim to look.
Liz
Yeah, what?
OMG. This woman has been putting in the work.
Yeah, man.
He looks
And
wow.
like everybody needs friends that are supportive as that corset in that picture on the far right. Like
You
she's
know
really
what?
blowing it up. What?
She's always not the shade.
It's no shade. I mean it. She really been doing the work and showing up. Like we watched it from the beginning to where we are now, and it's like we see you, girl.
She's always had a great face though, and now the body's catching up. She looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Keep it up, Lizzo. Okay, moving on. We got an iconic duo. I did not see this one coming. I'm talking about the legendary Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in their first ever joint campaign for Montclair, looking pretty warm together. Just a couple old friends.
Jesus Christ. They look like the old dudes on the Muppets that be in the balcony.
Yo, Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah. Oh man, you knew their name.
Yeah, I knew those old Muppet names.
That is a great comparison. Wow. They
Those jackets are sick though.
Damn, they are titans in the business, but damn, Father Time misses no one, does he?
No.
Damn.
Nah, and I was just watching Scarface the other day, and it's just so crazy that that's Scarface. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Now
scar tissue face now. It's
No,
just,
dang. Yo, remember he's got like a 1-year-old or a 2-year-old kid with that woman who was like 28 or something. Nura.
That thing still works. So hey, he's doing good.
That's right.
He
showed her his little
like
friend.
Black women as much as the NAACP too. Because didn't like Al Pacino have like a black wife at some point, or was that only Robert?
No. I think maybe they both Italian men. I know Robert De Niro. They like sisters over there.
Yeah.
Brothers, I don't know, but sisters, they definitely love us over there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We think
Okay.
Al's the one who's got the young baby. Like he showed her his little friend, a couple years ago. Nura something. I forget her name.
And then she returned the favor and gave him a little friend. How about that?
Yeah.
Circle of life, baby. Well,
Yeah.
next up we got baby girl Nicole Kidman dropping her dropping her armor rather for Vogue magazine. Looks like she's looking for a movie theater to get lost in.
Oh, she's looking for a new Australian man, right? Isn't she single now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like she's always been single, even when she's been married or had men.
Oh, really?
Kind of feels that way. Yeah.
They seem kind of booed up, at one pocket at a time. And it was even rumors that she dated Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest for a second.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I like that. I like that Nicole Kidman photo shoot, but I feel like I've seen it out of her before. You know?
It's nothing spectacular. Like it's like yawn. Like give us
Yeah.
something different. Do it with some doogie braids or something in a grill. I would like to do that. Like really switch it up on us.
Yeah.
Surprise us.
All right. Yes, chef. The beer star Jeremy Allen White is cooking it up for the fall issue of Interview magazine. Let's take a look. Okay.
There he is.
Hmm.
Yo, okay, Claudia, I need you to tell me, there's a lot of hype on this guy. I know a lot of women are really into him. Are you into this?
Wait, are you serious?
What? Yeah, I'm serious.
I mean, look at he's playing. He has his hand down his pants in that one picture. It's probably because of that. But no, look at the picture on the right. It looks like someone in a bad corset.
What? Hold up. You're not hitting him with a yes chef. You're not going to sous chef for him. He doesn't boil your water or your clams.
He would not boil my clam. The clam shell would not open up for that. Absolutely not. The clam shell would stay closed, actually.
No pearl would be produced.
Pearl? What pearl? There's no pearl with that. No.
Wow,
The
Jeremy,
clam would be
can't
clam.
get the chowder? You're not going to let that man get to the chowder?
There will be no chowder. There'll be none of that. There'll be no bisque. There'll be no broth. There'll be none of that. No, I don't see it.
The other thing I want to throw this out there is people also say that he looks like he could be the son of Gene Wilder. We don't have a photo for that, but if you remember Gene Wilder from like the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory era, that he looks.
That doesn't seem to be a good thing for me as far as attractiveness.
That's it. Gene Wilder can't get the chowder.
You know, like a disheveled man with curly hair. You know what I'm saying?
Like
He's in the vein of remember the greatest American hero, like disheveled hair.
Yeah.
No,
Believe
that's
it
not
or
my.
not,
That's not my
I'm
type.
walking. Oh God, that's a classic.
None of that is
All
my
right,
type.
we got to keep on trucking. Last but not least, we got funny man and viral sensation Drewski. This time not in whiteface. He's showing us the business of being on the October issue of Essence. Looking good there in the dark suit.
He's blowing up. I seen him from national commercials recently. He's really doing his thing. He is super talented and he is so funny. That guy is funny.
Yeah, he really got it figured out. And like, you know, having been able to be around him while he was working on like the Could Have Been House stuff, like his process is just inspiring. Like some people get it alley-ooped to them. Some people really be involved. And I like how you operate, man. Shout out to Drewski.
Okay.
Very cool.
That's what's up. Wow.
Who gets the photo shoot? Who won it this week?
I'm going Lizzo.
Going Lizzo?
Yeah, the face, the body, she's the work she's put in. She's talented. Like that's classy. She looks bomb. Like that. Look at that face. She's always had a good face, but the weight loss is making her face even more snatched. She looks like Hollywood royalty. She really does.
Yeah, I mean, being that you gave it to Lizzo, I mean, because I was gonna give it to Lizzo, but just to like, you know, be equal opportunity, I'm gonna give it to Robert De Niro and Al Pacino because they're like a combined age of like 186. Yeah, and you know what I mean, just to see the OGs out here still operating, you know, like, you know, not walking towards the light, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, just being outside together like this, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I see that one. I can't give it to Jeremy Allen White because he dried up Claudia. Then I can't give it to Nicole. Just because I wanted more. I wanted more out of you, Nicole. Like, let's see something edgy. So I got to give it to Drewski. Like, I feel like this man's, the rocket ship is not slowing down. I feel like his career is going to get bigger and bigger over the next few years. Like, he's out, without a doubt, like a big viral sensation, and he's everywhere. But I feel like movies and series are the next thing for him. I just don't see him stopping.
Absolutely.
Yo, if I could point out one more thing that I missed the first time on the picture of Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, right? For people who still walk around with cash, Al Pacino looks like Andrew Jackson in this picture. That's my man. That's my man. That's on the 20. If you run it up one more time, like it's a very specific look. Yo, dude, does he not look like my man from the 20 in the middle photo?
Now that he's
the far right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They both have very Mount Rushmore faces now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
like Slide Me a Pacino has that like, yo, here's two Pacinos. Like that's got a better ring, you know?
Because nobody knows who Andrew Jackson is.
No, not like, hit me with some Jacksons. No, here's the Pacino.
Which is really sad.
Yeah,
we gotta do better, man.
Yeah,
well, listen, man, we run it off the break, but we come back, man. We got everybody's favorite game and more. Stick with us, man. Side dish. backside this fam, man, and it's time for the question of the day. You know how we do. We set the scenes. So close your eyes and imagine this, right? You wake up, you stretch, you check your phone, and what do you see? Your partner is online airing out all your dirty laundry. All those recent arguments and disagreements are now on Front Street in the name of content and clickbait, and they're even teasing a 4-part tell-all story time on their TikTok. I've seen this. Now, are you logging on to clap back and defend your honor? Or are you unplugging the home Wi-Fi, calling Kris Jenner so she can spin, like, you know, the bad to good, like, you know, Kim K's tape, things like that? How y'all moving on that?
Tana, what would you do?
Okay. All right. Well, I think to me, there's one clear path, and maybe it's not exciting, but I'm making that phone call. I'm saying, Claudia, baby, please, what are we doing? You don't have to do all that. Can we not just talk? Let me come over and talk about it. Are you hungry? I know you're probably a little hungry because you're upset, and you get upset when you're hungry. Let me bring you some breakfast, and let's just talk about this. I'm on my way. Would you mind taking that first post down? And then I'm going to try to smooth it out. And if that doesn't work, I gotta take it. I gotta take it on the chin.
I would remind said disgruntled partner that as much as you're putting out there, most likely if I've done my job as a good girlfriend, like a good girlfriend does, I would have compiled my own footage of embarrassing stuff of you. And maybe I drop a little teaser like, if you don't stop, then there's plenty more where this came from. I'm going to show your real hairline photos. I'm going to talk about how your daddy doesn't love you. I'm going to talk about all the things that you told me when you cried in my arms. If you violate our confidentiality, then I'm going to violate you more. So that's what I'm doing. But I will drop a little warning shot first before I go in, because when I go in, it's going to be hard, and I'm going to go all in. So no, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Because how dare you? How dare you?
Started building a case. You built a case like as soon as the relationship began. It's almost like, whoa. Oh,
I've had to learn the hard way, unfortunately. This has happened.
Totally understand.
We got to get those walls down. Claudia.
Oh, there's a lot that needs to be done to the walls. But anyways, yes. Headkrack?
I would probably take the when I say the high road, like the high shelf road, like, oh, cool, you go on the line telling stories. I'm going to tell stories that are so fantastical, amazing, and crazy that you're going to spend more time trying to prove that the stuff I'm saying isn't true, that you won't even have time to focus on me anymore. Like really crazy things that sound like within the realm of possibility, to where like, you have to now come and defend yourself and be like, I don't do this. Like, yo, remember that time you left the kid on the roof of the car and you drove off? And I was like, yo, listen, if this happens again, I'm putting you in rehab. Like all those things that like, you know, would have like people around you also concerned about your well-being. That's how I would move. Cause like, I'm not going to do the, no, I didn't game with you, because obviously if you've been triggered enough to go online and do all that, you probably got good receipts, but I'm going to make my own falsified receipts.
There we go.
Yeah.
What would y'all do in the chat? Holler at us. Let us know. Moving on, the caregiver with Cartier. Oh no, I'm in the wrong place.
I think we're just going to a break. I think we've almost eaten up our hour. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to play everybody's favorite game, Whose Cousin Is It? We'll see you guys in 2.
You know the vibes. It's time for everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? All right.
Yes.
The caregiver with Cartier dreams. So a North Carolina caregiver was arrested for stealing jewels from somebody's grandmother.
Yep, a young man in Cornelius, North Carolina was supposed to be watching Meemaw, but she was too busy swiping the 84-year-old woman's jewels and throwing it in the bag like she was on a job at the Louvre.
No, she allegedly swiped $55,000 worth of jewelry, wedding rings, class rings, even grandpa's old watch. And the wild part, she didn't just take it to an out-of-state pawn shop. She had it melted down for gold scrap.
Oh, I feel like that instantly eliminates us. Shorty got hit with an exploitation of an elderly adult and felony larceny. All right, y'all. Whose cousin is it?
At first, I heard North Carolina caregiver. That's where Black people and Asians definitely dominate that field, and Indians. I thought it was Black folks or other, but then the melting down the golds, we're not really doing all that.
Yeah,
So,
because we'll wear it or maybe even change a couple of the pieces out to personalize it, but I don't know if we're gonna melt it down. Like that's just.
I just
not
want to
doing
be
that.
clear. I just want to be clear that I am very often receptive to something being my cousin, but also I don't know anybody who has melted down gold.
Okay.
Didn't
So-
your cousin start it?
What?
Didn't your cousin start melting gold? back in
Don't
the
worry
day?
about that. Don't worry about that part.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean in the space of maybe other cousin based off of that geographical fact that Claudia gave about like, a lot of like blacks and Asians operating in that field. We might have been a caregiver because I have an aunt that's a caregiver. She ain't melting down no gold.
Listen, if there's a state that has no Black people, the 5 that they have are caregivers or they work for TSA.
Oh, wow.
It does-
Okay. Potentially my cousin. I feel it's a little other, but I don't know.
So we're all kind of on the fence of Black and other, and you say white and other. Okay. Should we-
Yeah.
This is a
I'm
wide
gonna
spectrum
say
of
other
cousins.
with my whole chest. I'm leaning into it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Let's get it.
Well, as we always do, move that van.
Oh,
Catherine Oxis. No.
yo, save the rhinoceroses, though. Save the rhinos. That's what we were melting down the gold for.
Tanner, your people. All right. Well,
Wow.
What a humanitarian.
next time.
I'm so embarrassed. I mean, to steal, we went to a single of me. That's right. I need to apologize on behalf of all of the Caucasians out there. Not only did we steal the jewelry throughout all of history, but here in the nursing home, we did it there too. And then we melted it down because we didn't want to get caught. I don't know what she was going to do with all of it.
I don't know, like make a plate. I don't know. And then when you think about that Louvre robbery that took place the other day, like maybe that's the play that the robbers is going to do because you can't just be on eBay like, yo, I got this crown. You know what I mean? Like you had to do something exotic with it to make it not look like its former form. So yeah, maybe if we who cousin it is this that one as well. Like that it might have turned out to be maybe some Frenchmen.
Exploitation of an elderly adult and felony larceny. Like Grandmama didn't know. Grandmama had no idea. That's low to be stealing from grandma like that.
Yo, and grandmothers be having like slick Rick amounts of jewelry sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like old school brooches and just weird beaded pieces that you don't understand is worth something till later. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like, subscribe. Don't steal from the elderly, okay?
Don't steal from the elderly. We'll see you guys later. Love on your grandmas if you still got them.